An isolated forest in eastern Poland is the end of the line for a railroad that stretches across Nazi-occupied Europe from the shores of the Netherlands to the Ukrainian border. The final stop, a secret Nazi death camp named Sobibor. In 1942, as part of Hitler's final solution, the Nazis are trying to exterminate all the Jews in occupied Poland. To accomplish this sinister goal, they operate 3 specialized death camps: Treblinka, Belzec, and Sobibor. From the railway platform, Sobibor stretches out 150 acres, the size of 45 football fields. A central watchtower with armed guards looms over the camp. 2 impenetrable barbed wire fences with a patrol path keep prisoners trapped inside. Anyone lucky enough to sneak out faces a ring of guard stations and a deadly 15-meter minefield. Sections of the fences are covered by pine branches to keep the camp's hideous secret from escaping. It's a sinister machinery of death. But even death factories require workers. One prisoner keeps hope alive that escape is possible. A man determined to find a way out for everyone.
Leon Feldhendler is considered a leader among the 600 Jews who were part of the labor force in Sobibor. He's a charismatic individual. He looks out for everyone in the camp, and he's constantly looking for a way in which they could escape.
And so he put together what he called the organization.
The organization is an escape committee. Each member has knowledge of or access to different parts of the camp. Feldhendler tells them they must come up with a way to escape. It's going to take a miracle, but that's just what they get.
That miracle came on September 23rd, 1943.
Alexander Sasha Pechersky is a Russian Army lieutenant, tall, handsome, experienced. He and a contingent of Soviet Jewish POWs arrive at Sobibor and are selected for work.
He had escaped every place they put him. The last place left was Sobibor.
As a soldier, Pechersky knows that the best tactic is to exploit your enemy's greatest weakness. In the case of these Nazis, it's greed. The SS regularly help themselves to the Jews' confiscated luxury items after they've been cleaned and repaired by the prisoners. When the SS officers pick up these items, Alexander Pechersky comes up with an audacious escape plan. Eliminate their Nazi captors and walk right out the front gate. The plan involves 3 stages. First, equip. The prisoners must arm themselves with weapons so they can kill trained SS officers. Second, execute. Out of sight, kill teams led by Russian prisoners loyal to Pechersky will execute the senior SS officers and as many lower-ranking SS as possible. Third and final stage, exit. They will cut the power and phone lines, and Pechersky's men, disguised as SS officers, will lead the prisoners out the front gate, where everyone can disappear into the forest. It's an ambitious plan that will take time to prepare. So, first things first, weapons.
Over the course of several weeks, the workers in the warehouse collect up knives, like pocket knives and butcher's knives, every knife that they can find, and they smuggle back to camp.
Other equipment that was going to prove essential for the escape was rifles. And they know some Ukrainian rifles are locked up in one of the barracks.
This is where one member of the organization comes up big. Shlomo Schmeisner, a young Polish Jew whose job as the foreman of the maintenance mechanics gives him access to almost every part of the camp. This includes a guard barrack where rifles are stored. Schmeissner quietly wraps the rifles in canvas sacks, then slowly drops them out the back window.
He then, very calmly, exits the building, says goodbye to the guard, goes around the side, and retrieves rifles that will be essential for the forthcoming escape.
The morning of the escape, Petrushka stakes out the carpenter's workshop with Feldhandler to make sure everything is ready and to direct and monitor the escape. Everything looks clear. At 4 o'clock nears, Petrushka gives the go-ahead and the plan is set in motion. It's now or never. With watches synchronized, the prisoners go into action exactly at 4 p.m. The organization unleashes a flurry of precise and brutal attacks. One SS officer after another is led to a pre-appointed out-of-sight kill spot and executed. Their bodies are hidden behind tables or in closets in the workshops. Tursky and Feldhandler monitor things from the carpenter's barracks.
To attack the electricity means the lights and the telephone, which means not only internal communication, but the capacity to call for additional troops.
No power and no phones will make searching for escapees harder, especially when night falls. Time to move on to the final stage of the plan, exiting the camp. But that's just when things start to unravel. As roll call nears, though the prisoners did their best to hide them, one of the guards, doing his rounds, comes upon the dead body of an SS officer. When Petrushka notices a ruckus among the guards, he realizes they just lost their advantage. Roll call and escape needs to happen now. Petrushka runs outside, giving the signal to a capo who is in on the plan to blow his whistle, calling the prisoners to roll call almost 20 minutes early. On the spot, Petrushka gives a rousing speech.
He shouted for all to hear, "Brothers, sisters, the time has come. Anybody survive here, let him tell the world what went on."
Petrushka tells them they must all take their lives in their own hands and flee and rush to gate and fences. If they can make it out into the forest edge 100 yards away, they'll have a chance at survival. It's now a frantic, full-scale uprising. Though the main gate is now blocked, there is still one chance to get out of Sobibor. Over the fence. Hundreds of prisoners decide to make a break for it.
The carpenters, they put the ladder up. People rushed the fences until they collapsed. Other Jews walked over, ran over them, and went across the minefield. Lines were exploding. There were bodies and pieces everywhere.
The Nazis initiate a ruthless manhunt for over 300 Jews hiding or running in the forest. For the Germans, the risk is not just the loss of prisoners, but what happens if the secret of Sobibor gets out to the civilized world. Of the 600 Jewish prisoners at Sobibor, 400 try to escape. 80 are immediately killed in combat or in the minefields. Of those who make it away from the camp, 262 are captured and executed by the Nazis or by Polish locals. Only 53 fully escape and find freedom.
In the end, about 50 people who were part of the escape actually survived the war and went on to tell the story. It was the kind of antidote to this notion that Jews were entirely passive and, walked willingly to their deaths. It was a demonstration of courage and resistance.
The escape from Sobibor death camp is bittersweet. Successful on the one hand, but shrouded in tragedy. For those who managed to survive the war and tell the world about the horrors of Sobibor, their escape offers the ultimate revenge. The survivors, not the killers, are writing the history.